Hi guys, sorry I didn't realize it was live. And of course I realized I didn't grab everything. How's it going? Miss me? I know, right? It's been a whole week. I'll be going live. I'm going to start doing it more often once I get my project done. So, how's it going? What's new? How have you been? Let me know. Hey, Ronnie, how's it going, love? Can you hear me okay? Let me know if you can hear me okay. Don't want any issues with the sound. I just got this in on a little piece of rice paper. There's 4 of them on a sheet. Isn't she cute? Isn't she the cutest? And then I picked this up at the thrift store. This little plaque. So I thought, why not? Let's do something fun. Let me see. Should I put you on the table? Let me put you on the table so you can be like right over the top. Sorry. Don't get dizzy. Let me see if it'll reach. Since it's not a big like project that I need. Aha, there we go. Focus. There we go. And then it goes out of focus. Because it can't focus on my ring and focus on this. Okay, so it will focus. I was like, is it going to work? So this is a piece of perfect rice paper that I just got. I'm not going to sell these yet, but I thought I would see if I like them. So I'm trying to order some of them in to just see. The rice paper is a form of tissue paper. It's just, I guess it's made on rice paper. Don't ask me what rice paper is, but it's more of a thicker material, okay? A thicker, better material, like you could crinkle it up and it will crinkle just like paper. It's not as easy to rip though. So let's try that and let's see what happens. And I think it might be easier to rip if we wet the back as opposed to the front, because this is where the fiber is. When the print is on here, it makes it harder to rip because the water does not soak in to the image. So I'm going to flip it over. I brought a paintbrush and water, but where are they? Here's the water. Where's the paintbrush? Oh, right next to me. So I'm just gonna open my Find Mist sprayer and use the gross water in there. And I'm just gonna see if it works. I don't know how well it'll rip. Oh yeah, we're gonna rip fine. Look at that. Okay, so it does rip. Let me see if I can do it on the printed side if it'll rip. Sometimes, because I'd like to do you see how the water beads up on the printed side? It doesn't soak in as easily. So sometimes it's easier to put on the back, but then I can't see the design and I don't want to rip off the design. So I'm just going to rip a little bit because, torn edges are easier to hide in your decoupage than these edges, right? They're harder to hide. So if you rip your image, it's much easier to do. And I just got a new bow maker, so I'm going to try something different we've never done before. I'm all over there with the crafting stuff right now. Crafting is where it's at. Everybody wants to craft and upcycle. I do. I love that stuff, right? I'm not going to worry about the top so much because it's fine. We're just going to keep going around with our paintbrush. It's just water on a paintbrush. And I actually just got in these new paintbrushes that actually hold water. So now I didn't get them out though. Now I don't have to find it. They'll just be inside so when you take a class from me, I'll have those paintbrushes. We won't have to use these. They'll have water. You just squeeze it and it comes out. How cool is that? Right? What's for dinner, Ronnie? What'd you have? And how's your weather? We never got hit with any bad storms. We've been seriously so mild. We finally got some snow, not here in the valley, but up in the mountains finally. But my son said he was going skiing today because they finally got like 6 inches, but not enough. I already painted this white. This is just a blank thing I picked up at the thrift store. Look at how cute she is. I thought this would be fun for just a quick upcycle, right? She cute. So I painted the back white, and we always do that. Why? So that our image stays crisp. Now, I don't know if rice paper is the same as tissue paper because it is already white on the back, but it's not going to hurt it, right? To go ahead and do it. That's something I should find out. Do you know, Ronnie, if, or anybody, if you have to paint it white still because rice paper is different than tissue paper? So I'm going to use Dixie Belle's Satin Clear Coat. And if you're on here, say hi to me. Don't be afraid. I am streaming live on 3 platforms. I am on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. You have pork roast and potatoes. If I could plan ahead, like, and put that in the crock pot, that sounds so good right now. Oh my gosh. Now I want pork roast and potatoes. There's a barbecue place behind me that makes really good, like, pork ribs. Which now I want that. Maybe I'll stop and get that. So every time you tell me what you have for dinner, I freaking want what you had. I have to kind of improvise. They also have, what do they have? The brisket. A little bit of satin clear coat from Dixie Belle, and I'm just going to apply it to what we've already painted white, because remember, we're just going to assume that we need to paint it white, even though it's rice paper. I don't know that you have to do it so much on the rice paper as you do on the tissue paper. Rice paper already has a white backing. So we're going to push her down and add a top coat over the top. And this is just a Dixie Belle product. It is their Satin Clear Coat. It is the most phenomenal decoupage medium that I've used. I don't use Mod Podge. I use Satin Clear Coat. It's great. And then it seals it. It's done. It's a great, great product. So we're going to just hit this with my dryer real quick. You guys don't have to whisper. That sounds even worse. My husband is back here, Gary Ann, and they're whispering behind me. I mean, it's fine. I know you're trying to be nice and not make noise. And do your paddle was up? Is that what you're looking for? I put it right there. It was up there, laying right there earlier. It's right there in front of you. Look down. If it had teeth, it would have bit him. It would have bit you. I've been working him hard. I've been working him really hard, actually. Yeah, really, really hard. Hi, Belva. How's it going? You had a tough winter? You know, we've had the mildest winter we have had in years, and it's kind of scary because I'm afraid we don't have enough snow in the mountains, because that's what Idaho relies on. We don't get that was way too much paint. We don't get a lot of rain, but we get snow in the mountains. Not so much where we live in the valley. I live right out of Boise, about 20 minutes out of Boise, in a town called Nampa. And we will get snow a couple times a year. I just heard on the news last night that we haven't had snow. It's been 1 year exactly since we've had over an inch of snow, which is not good, because then our mountains have nothing. So guess what? That means no water. And Idaho is an agricultural state, right? We grow all the farming stuff, or we used to, before all the people moved here, and now we just grow houses. So I put Stormy Seas. I used Dixie Belle today. Stormy Seas, Savannah Mist, and Coffee Beans. So dark brown, sky kind of a blue, and then kind of a dusty blue. You've had one storm after another. I feel you, girl. We've had those years, right? But not this year. So I'm just going to kind of cover her up a little bit, go around the frame's edges, and then just kind of start pushing in little bites of the other paint and just see what we can land with. I'm not really sure what I want to do with this, or what color scheme I want to go. I like that this brown is right here. So where the color is like the darker parts, I will try to key off of that and use the same kind of color scheme, painting right over the image so it doesn't look like it was forced. Now, when you mix the brown with the blue, and I'm using the same brush, it turns to a gray. So we'll just feed in with a little more of the dark brown, which is Dixie Belle's coffee bean. Pull it down. You know, it would be pretty on here. Maybe a little bit of Dixie Belle burlap. I'm just kind of tapping it because I want it to just not be super smooth. I want it to just kind of have some flow without me actually applying an actual texture medium. And then I'm going to go back in and take that blue that I was playing with and just a little drop of the Savannah Mist and kind of throw her in there and just throw it out and see what we can get going here. The idea is to just kind of make it look seamless from point A to point B, right? We're going to add some wax. We're going to add a whole bunch of stuff. But she kind of coming together rather quickly, right? I knew this wasn't going to take very long. She cute because she got this blue in here, so I thought we should probably feed off of that. Bubba, you're in New York. What'd you have for dinner? Since you guys are already 6 o'clock, right? We're only 4 o'clock here in Idaho. Or have you eaten dinner yet? I always like to get ideas on what to cook. You never know what to cook. It's just me and the hub, so right? We don't eat a lot. Last night we had salad, but then my lettuce, because I buy that spring mix, you know, in the thing, because I really like that better than like lettuce. We really love that. And it goes bad. Like, it doesn't even last a week. We were just talking about that last night. And I'm like, well, I don't eat salad every night. My husband's saying, it never lasts. I said, well, it has been a week. And it's seriously, it's $5. It's not like you can't afford to throw it away. Give it to the neighbor's chickens. At least they'll get use out of it. And then they'll give us eggs. But yeah, I always like to get ideas on what you guys had for dinner. Then I don't have to think so much. And then I end up just buying something to go because we've both been down here working all day. So if you get my email, today I sent out another one. We are doing a huge thing down here. Like, I'm stoked. I'm so excited for what we're doing. And my husband is working on one phase of it. It's not the secret. It's one phase. I have to get this done so I can make room for what I'm doing. But anyhow, we're starting to rearrange the whole store, and I've been freaking painting and creating and planning all behind the scenes. This is cute. She's such a cute little print. So on the sheet that this bunny came on, there was 3 prints. This rabbit, and this rabbit, and her. And I thought she was just so fresh, so I wanted to use her. So it doesn't have to match. You had rotisserie chicken. You were a lazy girl. I'm all about being lazy. I'm all about convenience. And like for us, it's just the 2 of us. Like, why do I always have to cook a meal? We always have leftovers. And then a lot of times my husband's not a big fan of leftovers. Then I bring them for lunch. I'm just over it. I think I'm going to go to the rib place. It's right behind my store, literally right behind my store. Because he and I have been down here all day. We have been just going to town ever since we got back from Costa Rica. We worked 7 days in a row. From the day we landed, we were here the next morning at like 8:30, and we haven't stopped. So I told him on Monday, because we got back on Sunday. We started work on Monday. We worked Monday through Sunday, every single day. And I said, we need a day off. So we went thrifting, and I found this, and I found some other fun things. And I'm like, we need to have a day off. We're old, because I know we want to get this done, but we got to stop. He's like, you're right. You're right. He was going to come down here and work. I said, no, you're 70 years old. Quit. He's like, I know. We have the minds that we can do it, but not the bodies. Anybody else feel me with that? I'm just going to run a little bit more of that dark brown here and there. I kind of like how the dark brown is playing with the Stormy Seas. I love Savannah. Me too. Savannah Mist and Stormy Seas together. And when I talk, I'm taking bites. Can you see what a little tiny bite? And I'm still tapping it off of paint I'm actually taking there. Just little bites, because I don't want it to be a huge amount. I just want bites. This is cute. That's cute. What do you guys think? Be cute. She looks very deep now, where it really gave her some sustenance, you know, some deepness. I gotta paint the sides though. If I don't do it now, I'm never gonna do it, and then I'm not gonna be able to throw it out in the store and put it for sale. But I got this new bow maker. I want to show you guys what I've been doing. I never, you guys probably knew all about this. I learned this not that long ago, and I'm going to show you on how you use fabric to make ribbon and make bows. Who knew? I've been out of the loop. I've been painting too much furniture. I'm really starting to do a lot more crafting things, and I'm starting to get really excited about it because it's super fun. So fun. So we got some big changes coming, and I hope you guys are going to be excited. Even if you don't live here, I know it's going to be fun. I'll have to figure out how to incorporate what I'm doing online. That'll take me longer than doing it physically. Hi, Alex. How are you? It does look good, huh? So cute, huh? Thanks for tuning in. I've got YouTube in the house. I've got Instagram. I've got Facebook. I'm going to get better at posting more YouTube videos. I have like 170 on there right now, but I haven't posted one in a hot minute. I just filmed one today, so hopefully I can edit it and throw it up there soon. Okay, let's put this to the side. You know what? I'm going to do something. I'm going to fold my workspace, my paper over, because I want to use my bow maker and I don't want to get paint on the bow. Put this to the side, put this to the side. I thought it would be cute, and then I want to wax this too. Maybe I should have done that first. Let's make the bow and then we'll do that. So I have been ripping material. I have all these. I just take material and I've been ripping it and making ribbons with it. So I have some blue. Oh, I have this color blue. I have bags and bags. Like, I've been buying material at the thrift store. Have you guys ever seen that? You can just rip it and make it into ribbon. Who knew? I didn't know. I've been so out of the loop. Whoa. And then you can, oh, a little pink piece. Taffeta, any kind of material. It gives lots of strings, but it's so freaking cute. Even this little red one would be cute in there. Have you guys ever seen one of these? I just picked this thing up. I saw some lady using it, the Bodabra. How many of you guys have one of these? I didn't even know about it till last week. Thanks, Deb. I bought the small one. I need to order myself the large one because you put a string down here. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is she using? Okay. Okay, focus. Focus. Having a hard time focusing on this blue cloth for some reason. Come on, focus. Okay. So basically what you do is you put it through. I'm going to have to do it towards me. And then you just do a loop. My ribbon is really long. And put it through. Do another loop. And actually, let me start with a little bit of a longer tail. Okay. No, don't need to be that long. Have you guys ever used this? It's freaking cool as hell. This is actually the first time I've used it. So, and push it down. And then however many loops you want to do, right? I should have bought the bigger. There's a bigger one too. And then you cut it. And then you add another piece. Now this is just fabric that I ripped. I bought this the other day at the thrift store. Basically extra little, what is it, remnants. This one was really cute because it's got all the blue and stuff in it. And then you just start doing it again. Put it on, loop it through, loop it through. Like if your ribbon is one-sided, make sure you turn it so that it's the right side. I mean, even a dummy can make a bow with this thing. I'm not kidding. I have one of those big bow makers from way back in the day where you can only use ribbon. Yeah, right? It's on Amazon. I will post my Amazon. I have an affiliate link, so I get credit for it if you guys want to buy one. It's like brilliant. So let's go. Let's do another loop. And then another loop. Now they have a tall one of these, and I was being stingy, and I should have bought the tall one because I can already tell with as much loops as I'm going to do, I needed to buy the tall one. It's like this tall, this bow maker. It's like super tall. So I don't have to keep pushing this down and fighting with it, and then you can just save this for another project. Let's put a little bit of pink in there. So basically I just took fabric that I had and cut it at one end and then just ripped it. And so it gives you this crazy little bow material ribbon. I didn't know that either. I'm learning so much by watching crafters. No idea. I was so out of the damn loop. Okay. I gotta buy the bigger one. This is literally the first time I've used this. I'm not kidding. So I just watched the lady do it. So this is how easy it is. You just loop, loop, loop. And it might look retarded and I might have to practice. And then you take the string that you put down first and then you tie it in a knot. I guess you could use a zip tie if you really wanted to. And then you pull it up. And then you do that. I'm buying the bigger one. I'll tell you that right now. Because I would like to make a bigger bow, but this thing isn't going to hold enough material. I should have bought the bigger one. Now I know. Yeah, they don't have to be all the same, right? Belva, that's great advice. None of the loops have to be the same. They can all be different sizes. And then tie your string. And then basically just fluff your bow because it's supposed to be a rustic bow anyhow. It's not supposed to be a perfect bow. And then it's just this cute little raggedy bow. Now, when you do tear material, you get all these crazy strings depending on the material you use. You can just trim them off or you can leave them on because it's not supposed to be perfect. That's the whole idea. I tell you what, this is way cheaper than buying ribbon. Way cheaper than buying ribbon. So tonight I am going to order the bigger one. There's two sizes. There's the mini. It was like 20 bucks. And then there's the bigger one that's like 30 or 30. So I'm going to order that tonight. But yeah, just floof your bow. And I took my glue gun home. So I can't use it to attach this. Like just to the side, right? How cute is that? Just attach it. I'll have to do that tomorrow. And then say we trim off this one because it's way too long. There we go. Trim off the strings. And then you have this cute little thing. Now, let's put some wax on here and antique her a little bit. I was just using my dark wax on this buffet that I'm painting behind me. You could also put some dark wax on the bow if you want to make it look really antiqued and rustic. See how easy that was to make that cute little raggedy bow? It's a raggedy bow. That's what it reminds me of. Not one of those perfect bows, but a raggedy bow. I grabbed my DIY wax, and I'm going to go right over the design too on the paper. And I'm just going to use, this is the color dark. That's what it's called, dark. It's brown wax. And I'm going to go over the paper because it's really going to age around this whole bunny. It's going to deepen the paint that I already have on here. She's going to look like a Victorian goddess. I wouldn't have forgotten my glue gun. I took it home the other day. I'm making something at home too. Fun stuff. I'm making some cool stuff. Okay, so I put it all the way around. And then I'm going to take a rag. See all the strings that come off the fabric when you tear it? I just sit and watch TV and tear fabric that I find at the thrift store. And I'm going to wipe it off now. So it's just going to give us a little cool halo of antiquing all the way around her. Right? Yeah, I got to get the larger one. I will post my link, my Amazon link, because if you guys buy it from my link, I get a commission. It's a couple cents, but it helps me, right? And then when my glue gun returns, let's see, I'm going to trim off the string that I used. I mean, you could use regular ribbon with it too, but how cute is this? I literally just bought these 3 things of color from the thrift store. I think the pack of this one was like $1. The pack of the other one was like $3. It just depends, right? So now I'm like on the hunt for all different kinds of remnants. And I went through my stuff. I have had remnants of material for years in my stash, right? Years. And I'm like, I should use these for something. This is way too long. And then just trim up your bows. The one in the back and kind of hoof them. So cute. So easy. It just reminds me of a raggedy, like little cute bow. And then just put that up there. Or it could be down at the bottom. What do you think? Bottom, I kind of like it up here. And then just make sure that that one gets tucked away off to the side. Isn't that cute? How easy was that? Right? What do you guys think? Pretend that's glued on there. Isn't that adorable? I'm done too. So there we go. What do you guys think? What do you think, honey? Look.
Oh, that's cute.
Cute, huh? Yeah. I just did that. And then boom. Nothing to something. How cute is this for your decor or for a gift? Right? So I could, let's do a little bit of this. What I was thinking of is this pink is kind of bright. Muddy it up. Let's make it look more rustic. Or just using my wax brush and actually just adding some wax to it. So it gives it a dirty look. Let's put on the blue too. This is not necessary, but I thought if she's kind of being a rustic gal, why not rustic the bow up too? So it's not so bright. Now it kind of goes a little bit more with her look. It's really cute, huh? Super quick and easy. Stuff I just pick up and I'm just like, oh, we should do that. How fun. And then just wipe it off. I love this. I'll bring my glue gun tomorrow, or I'll put some E6000 on it tonight and it'll be glued by tomorrow. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, you guys want to see what I'm working on? I'm finishing up this for a customer. This girl is a gorgeous custom painted piece. What do you think? Is she pretty? She's a gorgeous buffet. This was a customer's buffet that they brought to me to do for them. Love it. Love, love, love. Tomorrow I got to sand the top and finish it. But she's pretty, huh? I'm pretty pleased with how she came out. So, all right, you guys. Well, we're working hard down here, and I hope you guys get excited about our new. We got a secret. We got a secret down here. And we're working hard. That's why my husband is down here. He's been down here since we got back from vacation. He'll be down here for a couple more weeks helping me. He's doing all the hard lifting and labor, and I'm doing all the pretty stuff. So, as it should be, right? So we are down here working hard and bringing you a new, amazing experience, one that is nowhere else. So I'm excited about it, and stay tuned because hopefully we can get it done. All right, you guys. You know what I always say, go out, be fabulous. Thank you so much for supporting me. I will list the Bodabra tonight when I get home with a link, so that way you guys can go buy one. I get a little credit here and there. Okay, you guys. Love y'all. Have a great evening. And I am going to talk to my husband now and see what he wants for dinner.